from the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, it's showtime! And now, introducing the host of our program, wearing the black and white striped trunks, ladies and gentlemen, here is the boxing boss himself.
Welcome to the Doug Show. Today we are joined with Breon, the Breon Smiley. Breon, how you doing today?
Everything good. Everything's good as always.
Oh, that's good, Breon. I know you've been working hard in the gym and all. One of the things I wanted to ask you is, how did you get the name Brick House?
Brick House came from a friend of mine. His name was Brick House. You know, I never had a fight name, so I took on his name. You know, he had passed away in 2005, so you know, I just took on his name, and I just felt as he was a part of me. And, it just went with the name, Breon Brick House Smiley. I figured I'd just carry his name on along with me when I fight.
You grew up in Atlantic City, New Jersey, is that correct?
Yeah, born and raised in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Okay, is that where you started fighting then? You started boxing, and can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I started fighting in Atlantic City. Born and raised there. Don't know no other. At the Atlantic City Power Police Athletic League, where all the other fighters from Atlantic City came from. Since about 88, 87, 88.
Okay.
That's when I started.
And I know you've had a career as an amateur. You've had several fights before you turned pro. Is that correct?
Yeah, I had a lot of amateur fights. I know I had about 5 losses and close to 40 or 50 amateur fights. I can't recall, but I know I had 5 losses.
Okay, so you're a seasoned veteran to the game. I know coming out of Atlantic City, you mentioned where you trained out, a lot of good fighters that came out of there, like Bruce Seldon was in your camp. And
yeah, Bruce Seldon, one and only Levander Johnson, rest in peace, John the Beast Brown, Shimon Everez, a lot of fighters. We all trained in the same gym.
Well, a little comment on Levander for some of our listeners out there. Levander was the IBF lightweight champion of the world. Unfortunately, he had passed away back in 2005. Is that correct?
Yeah, he passed away in 2005. I really took that real bad because we grew up together in the gym. I mean, we just only wasn't gym buddies. We hung out sometimes. It just, when you see somebody every day and then all of a sudden they're gone, they're just a part of you. And I took it real bad. So that's why I got his name on my shorts. So
yeah.
I'm gonna take him with me every time I fight. So
yeah,
he go fights with me.
Yeah, I noticed that when you come into the ring, you've got Levander's, you take a tribute to him every time you come into the ring.
Yeah.
And that's something I want to talk about because obviously Levander was a warrior in the ring, and he made 4 shots at the title, got his title, and, a true champion of the game. And it's a great honor that you come out there and you represent him every day. You got Jersey, got Atlantic City represented every time you're out there.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more about from the Jersey standpoint. You train now here in Georgia as well as New Jersey?
Yeah, I train here in Georgia. But I'm frequently back and forth to Atlantic City. And every time I go to Atlantic City, I go back where I came from. I'll never forget where I came from. I go back to the gym and I train with the guys and do what I do to stay in shape. But, I adjust to anywhere. But I'm originally from Jersey. That's where I carry it. Right now I'm in Georgia.
I got you, and that's right. I've had the pleasure of meeting you working out at Team Praise. You fight currently at 165 pounds. Now, I've got to ask you this. I know we're on the radio. If you can't see Breon, he does not look like 165 pounds. He looks like he's pulling in about 185. You're fighting, he's a beast. As far as, you're fighting at that weight class, super middleweight, is that a comfort zone for you, or do you aspire to fight other weight classes? And maybe you have. If you could just tell us a little about your weight and your comfort zone, where you would fight at, where you see yourself fighting.
Yeah, 165 is good. I mean, I never fought it in the amateurs. in the amateurs I fought either super heavy, heavy, or light heavy because I always had a problem with my weight. But 165 is good, but you know, that's what I've been fighting so far. But I want to come up at 160 in the middleweight division and maybe come up to super middleweight down the line if I capture something in the middleweight and then maybe fight at 175. But I feel good either at 60, 68, or 75. I mean, my strength, I feel a lot stronger than the guys that's 160, 165. I feel good. There's no problem with me making weight or nothing.
What's your walk around rate? I mean, you're training in the gym all the time, but if you just sat around and walked around and didn't train, which is probably not something you do, but
When I ain't fighting, I walk around maybe between 170 and 175. But I constantly stay running, stay training, doing what I got to do, because you know I refuse to just fall off the bandwagon and just have to, you know what I mean, play catch up or anything like that. Plus, you know what I mean, I learned my lesson from, you know, not training throughout the amateur, you know what I mean? I've done all that in the amateur, so, you know, this is my job. And I just stay focused and stay training and doing what I got to do to make sure I be in shape and never go out there messed up. And plus, you know, I stay in shape because, you know, when Levander died, that took a lot from me. And I feel as though that any fighter such as myself have to stay in shape at all times because you put your life on the line when you get in there. You can die in there. And, you know, I refuse to just not do nothing. You know what I'm saying?